Hi, it's Debbie with Create Pretty Things, Chalk Pretty Things. I wanted to show you guys our new club. So if you don't know about Chalk Couture, we have a monthly DIY subscription, which is called Club Couture. And that offers you a couple different things that are delivered to your door every month without fail. Soon as it costs you $25.99 a month, and it arrives sometimes with your order if you ordered other things or by itself. And it always contains an 8.5 by 11-inch transfer. Now these are reusable transfers, and the one that comes with the club is one that you can't purchase on the website. It's exclusive to the club subscriptions. So this is what we've got today. It's a composition book, and you can see it's a full cover with beautiful florals. And then for the back, we have some scissors, some flowers, just some pretty things that you can put on wherever you want. So where there's score lines, you can cut those apart. And of course, you can always cut things apart wherever you want them. They are reusable, they're sticky, so they're not gonna, you can put them back together kind of. Your monthly club also comes with a surface to chalk on. So this month's surface is a notebook, and it's a really neat notebook. I'm excited for this. It is a spiral notebook. Now we've had these in the past and they've been bound on the sides. This one's on the top, and they are blank inside. And I've got a little bit of a hankering to do some drawing and some painting. I want to work with some watercolor paints and work on that a little bit. I've been saving up a lot of little tutorials, and I think it's going to be fun. But this is made out of chalk suede paper, so it's got a smooth finish to it, and it's really nice to chalk on. Very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and decorate this, and I think I'll use it for some painting, some doodles, some little crafty type things. Now it also comes with 2 paste packs or ink packs. Now if your surface happens to be socks or something that's cloth, a tea towel, then you will get ink, because ink is what you use on fabric. But you're going to get paste for everything else, and they'll always give you 2 colors that coordinate with the project that they chose for you. So today we have Colonial Blue and Cadet. Now these packets, you would just cut off the end. I always cut off the bottom corner, squirt them onto a little tray, palette, or a paper plate. Don't squeeze out all of it, because there's usually enough for more than one project in this packet. And then you can kind of seal up the end that's cut and put it in a paper bag, a plastic bag, seal it up, and it should be good to go for a little bit. So these are individual use packets, but I'm going to go ahead and use my jars. I have my Cadet here, and that is this one. It's our dark blue, like our navy, but it's not quite as dark. And then Colonial Blue, and it's a lighter blue. So that's going to replace this one. So instead of using these packets, I'm going to dip out of my jars. Now I do have a couple other colors out. Now this is all they give you, is 2 colors in your packet. I have a couple other colors out, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not. One is my rose gold, shimmer rose gold, and it's just got a little bit left. But I think it's so pretty, and it might go with this. And then I've also got this color, which is sage, and it's a pretty green. So I have those out. They don't come with the club, but I'm going to see what I want to do with that. So to get started, since I want this half of the transfer, I'm going to go ahead and separate this a little bit. I'm just going to peel it up. Now you can cut through the transfer backer if you want to. A lot of people do. I usually do, but today I just kind of feel like cutting through the transfer only. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that with the littles also. Get ready to chalk. So tonight's keyword is club. If you want more information on joining Club Couture, even if you just want to read about it, type in the word club into the comments and check your messenger. It will just be a link to an informational page. It's also the sign up if you choose to sign up, but you don't have to. You can still look at it. If you do choose to sign up, it's a 3-month commitment, and you can cancel anytime after that 3-month commitment. It is $25.99 a month. But I will tell you that we have another program that gets you a discount. And that program is our Perks program. Whoops, I just cut that really badly. Our Perks program is kind of a frequent shopper program. And it's you pay $20 a month to join that. And then that gives you $20 back in product credit every month. So it will give you a 30% discount on all your purchases, including the club. So if you wanted to do club, I think I would go ahead and take a look at perks also and see if that's something you want. If you want to try club first, I think it's a good starting point to try this product. Do that as well. Okay, so here's my little notebook. I'm going to peel off my transfer, and I'm just going to go ahead and fuzz it on my shirt. You can use a fuzzing towel. You can use a dish towel, a bath towel. You can use your jeans. You can use your pants. You just want to put it on something that has a little bit of lint, which is probably cloth-based, just to lessen that sticky a little bit. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and center this design on my notebook. Now, I've seen this done in all blue, and it's gorgeous, really gorgeous. Okay, what we need to think about is wherever the white areas are is a silk screen. And that's where your paste is going to go through the silk screen and land on your surface below, and that's going to create the design. So anywhere there's green is not silk screen, so that's not going to be a color. It's not going to absorb any color. So I might, oh gosh, I don't know, it's so hard. I might do the leaves in green. I know the green's not included, but I kind of thought it might look nice with this green. It's a real light green. It's called Sage. And I think with the blues, it just might look really nice. So I'm going to do my green. And once again, they give you those two colors. They'll give you those, include those in your paste pack, in your packet for your club. But if you have other colors or you desire to purchase other colors, you certainly can. You do not have to do this the way they have played it out for you or scheduled it out for you. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Now, this does dry pretty quickly. And so what I'm going to do is, since I paste this on, I'm going to go ahead and lift it up. Look at it and make sure it looks good. Oh, and it looks awesome, guys. This just releases that paste. And that prevents it, if you let it dry in the silk screen, here it is, guys, the paste will come up with your transfer. So you want to peel this while it's wet. And if you have to do it in stages like this, you will. I'm going to go ahead and dry this just a little bit. Being careful not to hit my transfer with the heat source because it will melt. I'm going to lay it back down. I think I'm going to do the top. Maybe I'll do this all blue. Or maybe I might want to do this. I think I'll do it all blue. I'll do it all blue. And I'm going to do it all the dark blue. Okay. Start with my flower. And I'm going to try to be cautious about what I've already chalked in green. I don't really want to mix that. I want to make it stand on its own. So, and I may have gone over a little bit already on that edge. I think it's going to be okay. I'm just going to go here. And up here. Now you don't want a thick layer of paste. You don't need a thick layer of paste. But you do want coverage of all the white silkscreen areas. So I'm just going to go ahead and smooth this over. And this is so easy, guys. Anybody can do it. But the reason why I love Chalk Couture so much is that I'm not real creative as far as ideas and creativity and coming up with new things. And I've got a little bubble right there. But with Chalk Couture, give me a stencil, and I've always got an assortment of surfaces, and I can put that on something and I can decorate it to be what I want it to be. Okay, this is the part that I love. This is the reveal. I'm just going to pull this down. And look at that. To me, that's amazing. That's amazing. Now, what I could have done is I could have done the words in a different color. I could have done this all in blue. I could have used 2 different blues. There's so much you can do, but I like how that came out. I think the dark color is amazing on it. I'm going to clean this transfer. These transfers are reusable, so it means that, okay, you've gotten this club transfer, you've used your notebook, and you don't know what else to put it on. You're not done. You can use this on other things. You can put this on a sign. You can put it on a piece of watercolor paper and frame it. You can embed it with other transfers. You can make a pattern in the background and lay this on top, or let it work alongside of another transfer and let it blend with other transfers. There's so much you can do with these guys. So if you have any questions, please let me know. As you jump on, let me know where you're watching from and if you've ever tried Chalk Couture before. Okay, what I'm doing now is I have gotten the top layer paste off, and I'm using what's called my board eraser, And I'm just wiping this all out of the silk screen. I'm going to lift it up, clean off my surface underneath because that wet water, that dirty water went through. I'm going to lay it back down sticky side up. I'm going to spray it with regular water. And I'm going to wipe away the rest of that wet, dirty water. Okay. Making sure it gets out of that silk screen. If the paste dries in the silk screen, you can still clean it, but it's going to be harder to clean. And there's a chance that it could block your silk screen and you won't get a great impression next time. So my recommendation is to clean these as soon as you use them. Dry them with a paper towel or your fuzz cloth or something else. I tend to go through a lot of paper towels here, guys. And when you're done, sometimes I let these air dry for a minute or 2, but this looks pretty good. When you're done, you need to store it back on the backer sheet that it came off of. So it's the white side of the backer sheet. This protects that adhesive on the back so that it doesn't get dust bunnies. That will prevent it from sticking next time. You can still use them if they don't stick, but the stickiness is what makes them stay in place, and it is a great feature of these. I don't know if you've used some other transfers, some of the hard, thick ones, but you always have to kind of tape them down or they move or whatever, and it's not as much fun. Okay, so I've got the rest of these. So I'm going to dry this up real quick, and I'm going to go ahead and work on the back. Like I said, this chalk paste does dry pretty quick. But all I'm doing is drying it so that I can flip it over and do the other side. I do have a thick spot of paste right here, so it's going to take a little bit longer to dry. And I can tell that it's done drying when it changes to a flat color. Is anybody out there watching? What'd you guys do today for a Monday? I'm always energized on Mondays. I like the new week. Did you have to go back to work today? If you did, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard getting back in a new routine or an old routine. Okay, this is now dry, and I just want you guys to see how pretty that is. It would have been really pretty in blue too with that green, where the green is. I think it's pretty though. I'm going to flip this over, and let's decide what we're going to put on here. There's a little phrase here. It says, believe something. I don't know if you're meant to read this anyway. Believe me, my dearest, if I have caused you unhappiness, I am sincerely sorry. And then it says, we. So it looks like it should be continued. And then these are like some stamps. I think I want to put these stamps on there for sure. It says New York, 1938. Put that up here. Gotta fuzz it though. These are pretty sticky. And while the chalk suede does really good at not sticking, you still need to be conscious of it. Let me see if there's any comments. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. Then I've got this little 1949 down here that I kind of chopped off. So I may not use that. I may do the scissors. These are like crafting scissors. I'm going to do those. And the light bulb. And then I'm going to do the flowers down below, the small bundle of flowers. So you don't have to put everything on here. You certainly could. You could actually just take the whole page off and do it. But I'm just going to do this. And I don't know if I described to you earlier, but you always want to smooth these transfers down so that the silk screen, the green area around the silk screen is down pretty good. You know, I think I'm going to do my scissors this rose gold. I don't know if it's going to show up very good, and my rose gold is pretty old. So it's a little thicker. It may be less easy to work with than some of my others, but let's just try it. I love this color so much. Okay, I think it worked. Felt good. I'm going to take that off. Cute. I love it. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do these flowers. I'm going to do the light blue. I think I'm going to use a lot of this colonial blue next. We'll do it on the stamp up in the top. Colonial blue was one of my first, I think it was the first paste. The first paste color I ever purchased. And I was so excited about it that I wanted everybody to tell me what a gorgeous color it was, because I thought I made such a spectacular choice of choosing this as my very first paste color. Little did I know how many beautiful colors we have. We have a lot. And we also have color of the month. So let me tell you about color of the month. Color of the month is on the first of each month. They introduce a new color that is available for 15 days if you make a minimum purchase. And you can only order 3, but you can't order them unless you make that minimum purchase. And it's, I think it's $75. But if you make that $75 purchase, then you can purchase 3 of those. 3 is the limit. It makes them very exclusive. And they are always beautiful. They're named fun colors like Bite Me for a red sparkle. We had a Bridgerton type blue, which was called, well, forget that story. I don't remember what it was called. Duchess. Maybe Duchess was the purplish color. We've had so many cool colors. Oh, that's pretty. Oops, I kind of got off on this one. And then I think I might as well do green for the light bulb. Let's just do a mix. Now, I think this would look better all monochromatic in one color, like the colonial blue. But I like color. I like color a lot. When you're done with these, just go ahead and cap them up. They may need some water. Like I'm going to go ahead and spritz this one with some water because it was a little thicker than what I really wanted it to be. And then when I use it, it'll be absorbed a little more. And also my rose gold, spritz it with distilled water only in your paste. That'll help it stay moist, and I'll mix it up when I use it again. And then I'm done with my blue. Let's take this off. Remember I said we don't want this to dry in the silk screen. Oh, that is pretty. Wow. And then we'll take off our light bulb. Now, when your transfer curls like this, it means you did not fuzz it enough because it stuck too tight to the surface. that you had to curl it, so it could distort a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and spray these down for just a second. I'll cap up my blue. Still no bueno. I'll fix this one in just a minute, guys. I've got this persistent streak in me, though, that I want to get everything done right. Okay, so paper towel. Wipe the top. Get off the excess paste. The rose gold has hardly anything to wipe off. And then, of course, the blue has a lot. Okay. And these smaller transfers are a little bit not as easy to clean because they're kind of small. But if they're stuck to your surface, it's okay. Okay, so now clean up my work surface underneath. Clean that silk screen on the back side. If you need more water, spritz it down. Make sure that there's nothing left in that silk screen. No paste. Put that one down. And wipe that one down. Okay. And this one. Okay. And you can see that my board eraser does get stained. I do have like a water bath over here just to kind of keep it wet. And I also threw my squeegees in there. They can start soaking until I take them back to a sink to rinse them. I always rinse my squeegees after I'm done. So when I'm done with my live, I clean up my transfers. I put them back on the backer sheet. I post my Facebook, and I'll post it to YouTube as well. I'll change anything I need to change, and I will also clean up. Just clean up my area. And you can see that we haven't been on very long for this to happen, so pretty cool. What was down here? This one. You don't have to put these back in the same place that you got them from. I'm just trying to remember how they were. This one was here because it's got the other half of that word that I cut in half. But I could still use that transfer as well. Okay. So I will go over this with one more paper towel. Just kind of smooth it out, smooth all those air bubbles out. Make sure there's a good connection with the backer board, the backer sheet. Get this bubble out, smooth it out. One more bubble. Okay, so this is how I'm going to store it. I'm going to put it back in that clear bag that it came in here, and that's how I store it. Okay, now I want to show you the back of this. The back of this has a couple places, like right down here and here and here, where I kind of got the paste where it shouldn't be. Now, the nice thing about this chalk suede is that you can remove it with a wet paper towel, a wet cloth, very easily. So, I've got a disinfecting wipe right here. Whoa. And I am just, I'll start on the inside just so I don't smudge it all. Gently wipe it up and it's gone. I love the chalk suede paper. It's so clean looking. It feels nice. It's got that texture that I love on anything. And it cleans up easily for smudges. It chalks beautifully. And I wish they'd do a little bit more. They did have sheets, but they've kind of gone out of stock and haven't restocked. Might as well do my hands while I'm at it, right? Okay, guys, comment club if you want more details on how you can create this beautiful notebook. Now, remember, yours is going to look different. I use the green and the rose gold, which is not included in the package. But I think it would have been, even this, I think if I would have chosen to do all one color, it would have been magnificent. I've seen some done. I wanted to add the green because I like how it blends with it. But look how nice that is. Do you like the green, or what color would you do? Would you do the colonial blue and the cadet on the back, on the front? And I wonder what you would use on the back. I think it's gorgeous. And I love that I can doodle in all these pages. They're unlined. They're kind of a thicker paper. I think it's a great project. So what I'm recommending is that you check out the club, see if it interests you. It does change every month, and you don't really know what you're going to get ahead of time. We've done some picture frames. We've done some socks. We've done wreaths. We've done all kinds of stuff. Sometimes they'll send you a chockable shape and a transfer that goes with it. So I think it's fun. It's like a little surprise. It's got everything you need to do the craft. The first month you'll get a free mini squeegee included with your project, but you won't get it after that. But so save that squeegee. Like I said, if you don't use all your paste, which you probably won't, fold up the edges, tape it, and seal it in a plastic bag. And that way you can have these to use, whatever's left over. If one of the colors is your favorite, which, I told you about colonial blue being my very first favorite. The rose gold is really pretty. And this one, even though it's just a green, it goes with a lot of things. I really like the sage. And then we've got some of our other color of the months. We've got a it's called Dream Car. This is beautiful. This was a color of the month. So only offered one time. And then I think they did come out with it with ink about a year later in ink. So that would be for fabrics. But check out Color of the Month, Club Couture, and the Perks Club. Let me know what you're thinking. Comment club if you want information on club. Join if you want to become a designer like me. If you want to be notified when I go live, type in !notify, all together one word, and then you'll get notifications. And if you have any other questions, message me. Okay, guys, heart the video, share it with someone that would love it, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.